Monday morning you hear me say I'm living in a new way. Today's gonna be a new day, and I'm okay. And yeah, you get what I'm saying. You just don't like the way I'm living. I'm the only one, I'm kidding, and I'm okay.
So, happy Monday morning to you, Alec.
You as well, Mr. James.
So congratulations on your forthcoming release of your first ever EP entitled Monday Morning. And here we are on Monday morning. Are you excited about this week's release?
I'm very excited. It's been a long time coming. Well, it feels like it at least.
Yeah, it's a long process, and I wasn't sure if we'd get there in the current lockdown and issues we've been having. But you've worked really hard and heavily produced most of this yourself, and obviously written every single bit of it and played every instrument. So does it feel like it would have been nicer to have other people on board, or did you love having the focus?
I think for this sort of first sort of learning experience, it was really nice just to like kind of figure it all out myself, and to have the time to do that in lockdown has really been like a massive blessing, to be honest, because it does feel like me, which is cool. And I feel like I can go forward with such a bigger knowledge of everything that I've learned from it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was with you at the beginning of your understanding of how to record and how to produce music using the software that we have these days, and you were picking things up quickly at the beginning, but you've really skyrocketed with your ability, and coupled that with your performance, you've been able to produce something really, really amazing and something to be proud of.
Thank you very much.
I'm flattering you, aren't I?
Yeah, we'll stop it.
Okay, so we're hopefully going to be releasing a little mini interview clip each day this week. This is the first of 5, and hopefully this is finding our audience. Hello, audience.
Hello, audience.
On a lovely Monday morning. So I believe this is going to be the first track of the EP.
Yeah, Monday morning.
Okay, so talk to us. What's the message? What's the vibe? What's the whole deal?
Monday morning it's about sort of waking up and feeling mellow. It's actually about sort of always being the same person in the morning. How you kind of are like, you wake up and you say, oh, today's gonna be different or something, but you know, it's Monday and it's probably gonna be the same as it was last Monday. But it's a chill song. It's a song that I wanna listen to in the morning. That's the kind of idea of it.
Okay, cool. So it sounds like there's a little bit of that ability on Monday morning, the first day of a new week, almost the ability to try and make amends and to make it a better version of yourself.
Yeah.
But at the same time, partly knowing that you're quite chilled out and maybe it'll just all carry on as usual.
That's exactly it.
Okay, good. I'm glad we got to the crux of that. So brilliant. That's the kind of lyrics and the story of the song. So what's what instruments and production and how did it all come together?
So I wrote this on the acoustic, as I wrote pretty much everything. This was one of the first songs I wrote. I wrote the first chorus, the Every Monday Morning You Hear Me Say, ages ago. It was one of the first songs I wrote. The chords are based off Location, if you know that song.
I don't think I do.
And yeah, I like the chords in that song, and I stole like 2 of them. And that was where the sort of song.
He made all the chords up himself.
All of them, and I sort of refound it, and I really liked it, and I wrote the rest of the song recently. But pretty much I sort of heard when I first made it this very just sort of chilled back with sort of lots of nice pianos, with quite a lot of like just sort of mellowed out sounds with a bit of reverb, bit of distortion with the electric guitar, some mellowed out drums, It's actually quite a simple track, to be honest, compared to some of the other ones.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen all of the files that they've come through in their various stages, and yeah, this one's one of the. I won't use the word basic, but I just did. But it's definitely potentially a few tracks less, but that adds to the simplicity and the accessibility of it, I guess.
Exactly. I didn't want it to be sort of super complicated and lots of things going on, because that doesn't really go with the laid back feeling of it. I kind of wanted it to feel like it was made at home. And it just had that sort of laid-back morning feel to it.
Cool. Well, the whole thing was made at home, which is
it was.
It's testament to that. So what I like about all of the tracks is it's not overly polished. There's some occasional bits of kind of sound recorded from you shuffling your feet at the beginning, tuning up, or noises of when you put the guitar down after your take, and it adds to the realness of it and the relaxed nature. Is that a deliberate thing you included?
Of course, yeah. I really don't like the really highly polished sound. I find having a lot of like sort of mistakes, like purposeful mistakes, sort of gives a certain authenticity to the tracks. Sort of like this is just a sort of a human-made product, because in the end, like, perfect sort of sounds and perfect on the beat it isn't human. It's computerized. It's impossible to get to that point. So I kind of just try to lean into that. And be like, cool. This is homemade, and I want it to sound like I've made it home, because that's what I do.
That's perfect. I like the fact that although we've got all this crazy technology these days where perfection can almost be achieved, and we can create these audio representations of something which actually isn't particularly real, there is a place for that, and I do love something which has been painstakingly polished, but also the realism, having that element of honesty in there can actually give it a bit of a fragile nature, and help the lyrics become more meaningful.
And